didn't go for it. Underneath to Shevchenko. Little reverse English there on the ball. And 10 points to 9, so the Soviets closed to within 1.
He's a guard's delight. He's a big target.
Gaze dumping on the inside to Borna, backing away against Shevchenko. Makes a shot. That is a tough shot to make. A 7'3" guy in front of you.
Ray Borna picks up 7 points, so he's got 7 of the team's 12 points and having a great start to this series.
Oh, backdoor cut from Kamichus, but the defense was there. 3-point shot now from Volkov, and it falls out. Kuiper got a hand on it. It's Tarakanov on the boards, gets his way between two men, but too many Aussies there, and Kuiper wins the rebound back for Australia. 12-9 Australia. We've been playing just on 5 minutes as Andrew Gaze takes it to the hoop. He's going to get a trip to the free throw line. That'll be the 4th foul on Vietra.
And that's the one thing that Andrew Gaze has done the whole series. He's learned a lot by playing in the National League to get that ball and take it to the hole. And he's been doing that consistently the whole series. And I said before on one of the other telecasts, a feature of one of the drives took it right to Dachenko and scored over him almost with a dunk.
Well, Australia's made a substitution. They brought in John Dodge and taken out Paul Kuiper. But Vietra has been left in there by the Soviets. Remember, he has 4 fouls. No attempt been made to substitute him out just yet.
Well, Gamelski says, I've given you a shot. You're going to take it all the way. I'll let you play as many minutes as you want.
They have 14 points to 9 on the free throws for Australia. 5-point break again. 6 minutes gone in the ball game as Vietra finding Volkov outside of Kamichus. A screen there again from Dachenko, but Tarakanov with the ball to take on Borna. And Australians with Tarakanov going straight past Borna and dumping off to Dachenko out high. Just couldn't make the shot. That's one of his few misses. Big rebound there coming from the Aussies. They've got numbers down the floor if they can make use of them. 3-point shot from Andrew Gaze. Falls out. It's Sengstock over the back of Dachenko and tips the ball out. So Soviets ball in the backcourt. Brings a big ooh from the crowd. Tarakanov for 2. Off iron it goes. Tip in by Volkov.
Volkov has been a danger man, too. He hasn't had a series that Gamelski would like. He thinks he's a lot better player than what he's produced here, but he's always a nuisance around the basket.
And he's had a high game of 18. Sengstock has the ball for Australia and arches the shot up there. Just couldn't quite make it, though. Tarakanov with the dregs for the Soviet Union. They got a 3-on-2. Kamichus, pull-up jumper. And off iron it goes. Tarakanov in the back with a push off John Dodge.
Oh,
so the foul goes against Tarakanov. Referee Billy Mildenhall making the call. And a little roast from Mildenhall. So Australia make a substitution. And Darryl Pearce coming into the game. Bob, and he had a super game last night.
Well, he really lit up the crowd. We had a full house at the Sydney Entertainment Center. It was a little bit lax in the first half. And Darryl Pearce came on in the second half, scored 22 points in one half of basketball. And gets the crowd really to their feet.
Well, Ray Borna being taken out of the game now. So Pearce in for Borna. That takes a little bit away from their size, but the Soviets have made a substitution too. They've got Tikhonenko in there now, and Tarakanov has come out, so still Vietra's in there. Andrew Gaze taking on Tikhonenko. The pass off there to John Dodge. Looked like a foul, but Gaze with the rebound for Australia.
Might be there,
Darryl Pearce just getting a feel of the ball first before he unleashes his first one. Gaze, a hand in there coming from Kamichus.
How many of these balls have you seen Andrew Gaze pick up too, Phil? He's always got those hands around. He picks up the offensive boards, and that's a feature of his game a lot of people don't realize because he's averaging 42 points a game in the National League.
He's a real sticky fingers, isn't he? As Carroll takes on Tikhonenko, but too much size there and dishes on the outside. It was roped in there by Wayne Carroll, by Darryl Pearce, and a foul there from Volkov. Volkov shaking his head at referee Mildenhall, but I reckon the call was right.
I think the call was right, too. Alex Gamelski throwing the ball back to Davidoff fairly physically. Has a little smile. Come on now, Michael. You're supposed to call for us.
So it's 1-1 to Australia with the 8th team foul being called against the Soviet Union in 6.5 minutes of basketball.
It seems like we've been playing a lot more, hasn't it? That's a feature again. I keep saying that the intensity of this game at the international level, 20-minute halves and so forth, is such that you really cannot relax.
John Dodge makes 2 off the strike for Australia. They're out by 5 points at 16-11. So it's 8 team fouls against the Soviets, only 3 against Australia. So Australia in good shape. 5-point lead as well. Outside shot comes from Kamichus, and the rebound to Larry Sengstock.
And last night, Kamichus was hitting all those shots, so good opportunity. Come on down, 3 points.
Pearce couldn't make it, though. Grabbed on the rebound by Volkov. Looks quickly down court. They always look for that outlet pass so quickly. Tikhonenko to Vietra, who had to reach to pull that one in. Volkov Taking Sengstock on
nice
inside pass. And that is the Soviets' ball. Oh, gee, that could have been anything as the mountain was headed for the hoop.
He goes back to the top of the key, his customary position, so he can look to hit somebody.
Oh, inside they go to Cometius. They send a little guy inside that time and score. When I say little, he is 6'3", 16 points to 13. The Sengstock for Australia as they run the cutters, looking for Pearce in the corner. That's him with the ball, but Cometius right up on him, and Pearce telling him to get out of the way.
Get away, you bother me.
Carroll shifts it on to John Dodge. They can't hit the cutter on the way through. Pull-up jumper there from Andrew Gaze, wasn't it? And Gaze almost got it back off Tikhonenko. Cometius finding Volkov. Spin against the defense there, and that'll be a foul against John Dodge, I think. So the foul is called against John Dodge. It's going to be Alexander Volkov to go to the free throw line.
They love to take that ball to the basket, don't they, Phil? They get off the fast break, they keep their momentum going, and love to take it right in.
So Volkov, one of a couple of starters left on this team from the World Championship team. Well, in fact, in this game, he's the only starter because his starting mate at forward in the World Championship team was Tikhonenko, and he didn't start in this game. So Volkov off the stripe. He's shooting 69% from this area for the series and gets the second one with a good wobble.
That's a great wobble.
The Soviets closed within one at 16-15 Australia. As Wayne Carroll handles the ball in the backcourt for Australia. Oh, faked to hand off there and call for an illegal dribble by referee Mildenhall. So turning the ball over, Carroll. And now it's Volkov setting the street. Gets Daryl Pearce in the head.
Volkov and Sengstock last night had a bit of a tussle.
High off the window from Tikhonenko. It doesn't go for him.
Come on, get beyond these balls.
And Australia bringing the ball back. Carroll is pointing at Gaze, organising things from the point. Unfamiliar spot for Wayne Carroll. And the drive there coming from Andrew Gaze opens up Carroll for two, and he makes it. Well worked out play from the Australians.
Don't look now, they're coming at you.
That's a charging foul against Volkov. Volkov pleading there. Volkov pleading with referee Billy Mildenhall, but the call's been made. That's the second personal against Volkov.
And when they're talking substitution, Cal Bruton comes in the court. Every time he's come onto the floor in this series, the crowd have really warmed to him.
I tell you what, there's some outside scoring punch there, isn't there, Bob? Now with Pearce, Bruton, and Gaze out there.
Yes, it's an interesting lineup too, with Dorge and Warner in at the same time. Two virtual centers.
Dorge into Borno, taking on Tikhonenko, but dishes on the outside to Calvin Bruton. Looks to pump on the inside and giving the ball up almost. Gaze. And finally it's Sock. Sock was grabbed there by Pearce. Pearce reaching in for the ball. And Pearce getting up a little bit gingerly on that foot there, but the foul has been called. Sock went after it with a little bit more desperation than the Aussies on that occasion. So 5 team fouls against Australia now. Scores 18-15 Australia. Sock taking on Pearce. Oh, and draws a foul.
Foul?
That was quite a foul.
Daryl Pearce a little bit frustrated at this stage.
So here it is again. Have a look at the foul. This is quite a crunch. Pearce down on him. Boom. The head goes back.
He said, well, if you're going to hit this, you're going to have to pay for it.
So Sock with the second one off the stripe. And makes it. So trims that lead to 1. It's 18 points to 17 Australia. This is the longest Australia's held onto a lead in the series. Borna looking for Gaze underneath. Just can't get the ball to him. Taking Tikhonenko on from the outside. Borna again, so they're pumping the ball on the inside, trying to open up outside opportunities. Inside they go to Borna again. Borna very much a key in the action here. Gaze again with the defense coming right to him, trying to get rid of Cometius. And Australia really using the clock up here. And the drive from Calvin Bruton was a fairly desperate one that just didn't come up for him. Back comes the Soviets again. Volkov dishes on the outside. 3-point shot from Cometius. Down it goes. The Soviets in front by 2. 20 points to 18.
Well, the Soviets right now looking to shoot a little bit quicker than the Australians. I think Daryl and Cal have got shots to put up, but they're not looking to shoot them. Last night, Daryl Pearce took those shots that he's turning down now, and that's how he's got 22 points, scored 22 points in the second half.
Well, he's going to go to the free throw line and shoot 1-and-1 on a foul by Cometius. Cometius' second foul.
We have a timeout now being called by the Australians. The first time in the series that they've gone behind, and the Wang Daredevils come out to just give a little teaser for the halftime entertainment.
So, timeout being called by Australia with the score, the Soviet Union 20, Australia 18. There's Coach Adrian Hurley with his team, and he's got to be enormously pleased with the start they've made. It's just taken about 10 minutes for the Soviets to get the lead. Jamelski, the Silver Fox, leading the way for the Soviet Union, and he's really gotten some respect for the Australian team on this trip. The Wang Daredevils on the floor. Have a look at this. Whoa.
Oh, my goodness. He wears that mask. I think he hit her once, Phil.
Yeah. That is the Wang Devils just teasing the crowd. They'll have a halftime act for this big crowd and getting them going. We see another dunk from him here. Here they go again. The double this time. Down they go. So we get the equipment off the floor and get onto the serious kind of basketball action with the Australians to go out. Jamelski.
Alex Jamelski, a very serious coach, a very astute coach, who's coached the Soviet Union for 26 years, has 3 world titles, an Olympic gold medal. And next to him is the gold pass man, the fellow that threw the pass in bounds on the 72 Olympic play that won the gold medal for the Soviet Union.
Oh, tip in there from George. 20 points apiece at the Glass House in the test, the 6th test in the Wang Super Challenge. Sock with Bruton up on him. Backdoor cut from Volkov. Oh, what a great play, but just didn't come up. But Volkov cleans it up.
He just
22 points
there,
to 20.
Phil? I mean, really, the Australians should have knocked that one away, but Volkov persevered and came up with the points.
Darryl Pearce on the drive, opens up, 2-point shot from Pearce that time. John Dodge at the back. It might be a foul on him, though. Foul on the Australians. And the foul is called against John Dodge over the back.
There's Adrian Hurley there. He's done a fine job in this series, even though the team has not won a game. They have fought hard throughout each of the 5 games so far.
Sock to Volkov, finding his way along the baseline again, blocked the shot. Australia comes up with the ball. Volkov looks at the referee fairly quizzically, and illegal dribble called against Australia. Debbie Spillane down there on the sideline. Did you hear Adrian Hurley in the timeout?
No, I didn't actually, Phil, because the Wang Daredevils were blaring away right in front of me. But one of the interesting things I noticed was the Russians spent a lot of time, even though they've seen the Wang Daredevils quite a few times during their timeout, they were watching a bit of the entertainment, so perhaps they're relaxing.
Well, that's 5-0 in the series, Debbie. They're really relaxed about the whole thing.
We've noticed that in every test. They've come back early from the half-time break to catch the half-time show. They don't want to hang around in the locker room too long and listen to the coach. They've heard all that kind of stuff before. Tikhonenko off the line. 23 points to 20. The Soviets out by 3. So Tikhonenko with his second one. The spring-heeled 6'9" forward for the Soviet Union knocks in the second of the free throws. There's 24 points to 20. So both teams in the bonus now. 10 team fouls against the Soviets for the half. 8 against Australia. As Bruton taking on Sock, gets a good screen from John Dodge, but just couldn't get the shot away. Return pass into Dodge, tip from Borna, and finally it's Goborov at the back who controls the rebound. Handed away. Here's a 3-on-2 at the other end for Australia. 2-point shot from Darryl Pearce. Down it goes. 24 points to 22.
And that's his first 2-pointer, so hopefully he can get on track.
So Australia back to within 2. 8 minutes to go in the first half. What a half it's been. Tikhonenko. Volkov again. Tikhonenko on the outside. We've got a foul. And it's an offensive foul against the Soviets. So no 1-on-1 on this occasion. It's against Volkov, and that's the 3rd on him.
Romanis Marshalinas, the fellow averaging 23 points a game, comes into the game for the first time. Jamelski optioning to rest him for a little while.